Hi, I'm Leo Gorkovsky, and today we're in ISC Lab San Diego, and we're going to be doing preventative maintenance on an IBM 3490E-C22 drive cabinet. I'm going to go ahead and actually pull the drives out of the cabinet. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to put your hands here on both sides of this enclosure and pull out. There'll usually be a screw right here in this area, but for this video, we went ahead and removed it for you guys. So go ahead and lift off this dust shield to actually expose the components of the drives. In this video, we're going to go ahead and actually replace the loader assembly on the C22. So what you're first going to want to do after actually opening up the cabinet is you're going to want to locate these two connectors here. These are going to be the only connectors that actually connect the drive to the actual loader. So first we're going to want to actually spread the latches on both sides of this black connector here. And that actually releases the connector, and then we can just pull it out, put it off to the side. And we're going to want to do the same with this gray connector here. So I'm just going to go ahead and spread the latches. And then that connector should just pull out easily like so. So then at this point you're going to want to move the actual cables off to the side to make sure they don't interfere with anything, and we're actually going to want to locate these two thumb screws right here. This is actually what connects the loader to the actual cabinet itself. So what you're going to want to go ahead and do is go ahead and loosen these up just by rotating them counterclockwise. And then they should actually just pop up and out once they're fully loosened. All right. And then at this point, we're going to want to hold the actual loader assembly with both hands and then lift up. And then that should just slide out like so. So we're actually going to end up replacing this C22 with a brand new loader that we pulled out of a box right here. And essentially we're just going to do the same steps, but just in reverse. So the thing to be mindful here is you want to make sure that as you're lifting this up, you match this bottom cog portion here into this sliding bracket right there. So then you want to make sure that's just a little bit on top of it. And then push that all the way in. And what you should hear is it locking into place. And these two pins should be exposed inside the actual bracket on the loader. Once those pins are actually exposed, you could tell that it's centered and actually on there. After the loader is securely on there, we're just going to go ahead and actually screw this guy back in place by rotating the thumb screws just in a clockwise direction. And you don't have to over tighten them, just to make sure that they're on there securely. And then we're just going to reattach those two ribbon cables that we had removed from earlier. We'll take our gray ribbon cable here, make sure that this notch is up on the top. And I'm looking through this portion right here on the top just to kind of line that up and make sure that that's sitting in there perfectly. And then you're going to want to go ahead and push that all the way in, and you'll see that as I'm pushing this all the way in, the pins actually self-lock right there. And then it's going to be the same thing with this black ribbon cable here. Just going to make sure this is lined up in the same fashion. Once that's in there, we're just going to securely push it down, and there you go. Clips both locked in place. So that right there is the process on actually replacing the loader assembly, and we're going to go ahead and just close up the cabinet. So once everything's been securely attached and fastened, we're just going to go ahead and put this cover back on. We're going to want to make sure that these two slits line up. We're going to take our screw that we pulled out there from earlier and just screw that back in. And then we're just going to push this back into the cabinet like so. And there you go. Thank you guys for watching. Once again, my name is Leo Gartovsky. And if you guys have any questions, go ahead and call 1-877-ISC-TAPE and select option 1. Thank you.